Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, I'm going to give y'all a warning. We're going to be speaking on a topic that's going to be disturbing to some viewers. It's going to contain graphic details. We're going to be speaking on a Florida toddler that was baked alive after being left in a car by two parents who were intoxicated.
Even though it's painfully evident that this child has suffered a torturous death, a absolute torturous death, Lakeland Regional still worked on the baby to try to save its life, but it in fact was deceased.
July 4th, 2023. The Polk County Sheriff's Office began an investigation into an aggravated manslaughter of a child. Responding to a local hospital, the Florida sheriff observed the body of the 18-month-old victim. Lying on her back, her mouth and lips were extremely dehydrated. Multiple areas of skin slippage and redness were present about her body, along with the bluish-purple discoloration of her skin. She baked in unimaginable heat for such a prolonged period of time that even after hospital staff attempted to cool her body down, almost 3 hours after she'd been found, her insides were still a recorded 104 degrees. Joelle and Jasmine Rondon, their 33-year-old parents, arrived at the hospital at 1 in the afternoon. Joelle was carrying the little girl as he explained he forgot to get her out of the car and left her in a car seat since 3 a.m. Hospital staff declared the toddler dead only 4 minutes after arrival. Recorded interviews were conducted with the parents at the hospital. They advised on the 4th of July they went to a friend's house for fireworks with all 3 of their children, aged 6, 8, and 18 months. While there, Joelle claimed to drink 2 to 3 beers, while Jasmine drank half of one. Both parents admitted to smoking marijuana and left the party between 1 to 2 a.m. Jasmine advised the toddler was asleep and so quiet, she made a comment saying she forgot the toddler was in the back of the seat during the ride home. Pulling into the driveway, Jasmine took the 2 oldest kids in the house to feed them and put them to bed. She told Joe to get the toddler as Joe was unloading food trays from the car. Joe would recall the car door to the toddler's seat was open at this time, and Joe would bring the food inside before returning outside, where he said he saw the car door had been shut, so he assumed Jasmine brought the toddler in. Without asking each other anything about the toddler, Joelle and Jasmine went to sleep. Joelle woke up at 10 in the morning, spending the next hour getting ready for work. He asked his 8-year-old to check on the toddler and was told the little girl wasn't there. Searching through the house, he made his way outside of the car. That's when he found his little girl, still strapped to her car seat. Even if she'd survived through the night, sunrise turned that car into an oven as temperatures reached over 90 degrees before she was found, 9.5 hours later. Waking up his wife, her little medical experience was enough for her to know the little girl was gone. As the sheriff spoke with Joel said the incident was his fault because he didn't take her out of the car when Jasmine asked him. While speaking with Jasmine, she agreed a reasonable parent would have spoke with their spouse about if the child had been brought inside, especially if they'd both been drinking alcohol and smoking marijuana. Jasmine stated she felt guilty and should have checked on her daughter. Both parents were tested at the hospital, and both parents would test positive for alcohol and marijuana, while Joel also tested positive for meth. This would leave investigators to question the honesty of the parents as to how intoxicated they really were when driving their 3 children home. Joel had also been arrested a year prior for carrying a concealed handgun and possession of meth. Both parents would be charged with the aggravated manslaughter of their own child, a first-degree felony punishable by up to life in prison, and their 2 other kids have been placed into the custody of relatives. Now this case is as sad as it gets. The sheriff held nothing back. And that specific sheriff of Polk County never does. He doesn't hold anything back. He's gonna tell you how he feels. He's gonna lay down the law. And I guarantee you, these two parents are gonna be punished to the furthest extent. And in my opinion, they deserve it. And this is the equivalent of a DUI, where you get drunk and you hit somebody's car and you kill them, right? There's a lot of incidents where people feel bad. A 16, 17-year-old, whatever, prom night, crashed the car, killed somebody, he gets hit with 10 years, 15 years, ruins his whole life off of one night. But most drunk drivers have driven drunk many times before the fatal accident that they find themselves in, right? In this situation, you took your 3 kids to a party with adults and other children where they were drinking and smoking weed. That's not unheard of. But the father smokes meth. And the mother knew this because he's had previous charges and arrests for meth. You're not going to be with a meth smoker and not know that they smoke meth. So already, there's irresponsibility within the household. The father is a drug addict, clearly. Now, how drunk were they when they went home? At 1 or 2 a.m. First off, why do you got your kids that are all younger than 9 years old out at 1 to 2 a.m.? You bring them home, and I guarantee you he's so fucked up, he doesn't remember to get the toddler. She doesn't remember to get the toddler. You don't just go home and immediately fall asleep after 1 to 2 beers. You gotta be smacked. So most likely they were fucked up, got home, passed right out. That means that little girl was sitting in the back of that car, most likely crying, screaming, not knowing what's going on, completely defenseless, helpless. And even if she survived through the night, the second that Florida sun rose, that heat starts hitting. And it got harder and harder and harder until her life ended. And by the time that they found her, her skin was melting. If any of y'all want to take the time to Google skin slippage, it's disgusting. I don't understand how you could let this happen. I don't understand how irresponsible you have to fucking be for something like this to happen. And I can't think of, in my head, any valid excuse as to why they should receive anything but punishment. This isn't something that I think is excusable. This isn't something that I think, yeah, you could walk with papers. Yeah, you can get probation. Nah. You can't play about kids like that, bro. And then you had 2 other kids. Why the fuck are you waking up at 10 in the morning telling an 8-year-old to check on your 18-month-old? It doesn't make any sense. But let me know y'all's thoughts and opinions. Let me know, do you think it falls more on the father or the mother? Both of them? And what do you feel would be a just punishment in this case? Rest in peace to that little girl. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. Till next time.